Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Abyss, and today we are back with yet another high risk, high reward Deep Wilderness PK video. In this video, we've got a ton of Deep Wilderness PK, including smites, tank tests, and everything in between. There's a ton of loot to get through, so I don't want to waste too much time on the intro, but if you guys do enjoy, just make sure to leave a like on this video, comment and subscribe, and of course, make sure to leave your username for a chance to win a pair of Dragon Claws. Without further ado, guys, let's just get right into the PKing, and I hope you guys enjoy. At the time of this recording, this guy was ragging my live streams like pretty much every single day, so getting a double Gmaul spec through prayer to finish him off and then calling him a moron as he hit the ground was super satisfying at the time, but there's no beef between me and this guy anymore, and honestly, I just thought I'd throw that in there because it was kind of a cool kill. Alright guys, before I go any further into today's video, I just need to take a couple moments to talk to you about today's video sponsor, which is Audible. Audible is an American online audiobook and podcast service that allows users to purchase and stream audiobooks and other forms of spoken word content. At Audible, you can find the largest selection of audiobooks, bestsellers, new releases, and so many others. Since I started using Audible, I came across a series of audiobooks by Robert Greene, and I found his titles to be really interesting. Currently, I'm listening through The Laws of Human Nature, and it's really becoming one of my favorites. Robert Greene is a master guide for millions of readers, distilling ancient wisdom and philosophy into essential texts for seekers of power, understanding, and mastery. As an Audible member, you'll receive 1 credit each month, and you can spend that on any title throughout the entire Audible catalog and get started real quick and real easy. So what are you guys waiting for? Visit audible.com/abyss or simply text abyss to 500-500 to start your journey today and get listening right away. A lot of the time when you're PKing in Deep Wilderness, especially when you're PKing in good gear, people will often run away almost immediately, and sometimes you have to have the right bonuses in order to get the job done before they teleport out. What an unfortunate time for this guy to get smited. He only had to tank about 1 or 2 more wilderness levels and then he would have been home free because obviously I didn't have teleblock on me, but we ended up finishing him off with a 67 AGS for an AGS smite. Also, just for the record, this guy didn't kill me for 120 mil. Not today, not ever. I mean, he just died to a 13 bolt through prayer. I think he was just trying to act cool in front of my live stream, and he ended up making himself look like a total moron. A lot of the times when you're PKing in Deep Wild, it's very hard to find people in massive amounts of gear due to the fact that it's clan territory and obviously you're very far away from a bank. Unlike PvP worlds, this can be a problem because it's difficult to make money sometimes, but there are the rare occasions where you come across people and they have no way to escape unless they teleport out, which is why I like PKing here. It's just way easier to secure kills and you don't always have to rely on getting 120 HP stack in order to lock one down. I really couldn't even have asked for a cleaner kill than that. We ended up locking it down with an AGS G-Maul through his prayer. We ended up hitting a bunch of huge bolts right before to lower his HP, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. Anyone in a PvP world in that situation would have just teleported away immediately, but because we were in 45 wilderness, there's nothing that he could have done other than use his own abilities to survive by keeping his hit points high, hitting the right prayers, and having the right gear on, which unfortunately he did not. After a bit more world hopping, I came across this guy named Mascaria, and he was also in some pretty decent gear. Oh man, that kill was beautiful. We got a double maul into the AGS stack for a total of nearly 100 damage. And as you can see, we got some pretty decent loot off this guy as well. And once again, that's just the beauty of PKing Deep Wilderness. You can't teleport out at any given time with one click of your mouse. You have to actually do things and use your abilities and use your skill set in order to actually escape. One last thing I really love about PKing Deep Wilderness is the use of target worlds, which were previously known as bounty worlds. The reason I love these worlds is because there obviously is a PJ timer, which means you can't hit people off of each other's fights, and it automatically skulls you as soon as you log in. And from time to time, you come across people that accidentally skull trick themselves, and they end up teleporting into Deep Wilderness in these target worlds with gear that they weren't ever intending on risking. This clip here was 10 types messed up. As you can see, we did end up killing him for quite a bit of loot. We got his Pegasian boots, we obviously got his Anguish, and a whole bunch of other stuff as well. This was overall a pretty good kill, but there was definitely potential there to get a Twisted Bow. I knew right away that he didn't realize that he was skulled, so I thought that there might be a chance that he didn't have Protect item on, and then that was the reason that I ended up getting the kill so soon. I was trying to basically kill him before he realized that he was skulled, because if he knew that he was skulled, he wouldn't have teleported up here to begin with. However, I should have probably just gone for the Smite because that's a guaranteed way of getting his Twisted Bow, but in the end, we still made it out with nearly 50 mil worth of gear, so I'm gonna not try and complain too much. I decided to de-gear into a more squishy setup. I wanted to give people a better opportunity to kill me so that they would stop running away on sight, and of course, I still wanted to risk enough that they were very happy to try and get a fight with me, simply because I was risking much more than they were. So here we go, we're going to be fighting this guy named Tinky Taws. He's also in some pretty good gear, and let's see what happens.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
I really have no idea how I managed to survive that. I mean, all things considered, I had 30 HP remaining and ended up getting a wretched... Man, fuck. I'm gonna be completely honest, I have no idea how I survived that. I got out with 30 HP based on a redemption escape, and yeah, I don't know. I could have lost my D-claws, but I'm glad that I didn't. Anyways, it's time to select a winner from the previous YouTube video to see who is going to get a pair of Dragon Claws. I guess in the end I'm giving away a pair of Dragon Claws anyway, but here we go. We have 711 comments to choose from, and we're picking a winner, and the winner is Total Zerk. His name is Tyler Martin. Alright man, you know the rules. All you gotta do is message me on either Twitter, Instagram, Discord, or come to my Twitch live stream. Link for everything is down below, and I have a pair of Dragon Claws waiting for you. I decided to wait until the very end of the video to show you guys this part because I wanted to make sure that only the real ones were going to get a chance to see this, and the rest of you guys who didn't or stopped watching earlier aren't going to even know that I'm talking about this. So a couple days ago on Twitter, there was a bunch of controversy between the PvP community and Jagex regarding the PvP updates that are coming to change the game and the wilderness as we know it, and a lot of people have been asking me my opinion on this. Seeing as I'm a Deep Wilderness PKer, I stream Deep Wilderness content, I make YouTube videos on Deep Wilderness content, this is obviously going to be a game changer for somebody like me, and as someone who's been in the Pking scene for a very long time, like I said, a lot of people just really wanted to know what I thought about it, and see if I had any ideas to bring to the table. So instead of going on about what I think the wilderness needs to be changed about, or what these updates are going to do to the game, I decided to really just kind of go off the grid and explain something completely different. So I tweeted out and I said this was the PvP update that was going to actually save PvP. I've been putting off making a video explaining this project that myself and a few others worked on extensively in 2019 for over 2 years now. I wonder if there is still time. And then I included a wilderness map that myself and a couple JMods and of course a couple other creators put together over 2 years ago. This was an idea that I had back in 2018. It was called Wilderness 2, and I don't really want to get into the specifics, but essentially north of Magebank would be a ton of new areas, landscapes, bosses, and a whole bunch of new wilderness activities. And I know at first glance you're probably looking at this and you have a million ideas and a million assumptions, but I promise you guys, when I drop this video next week, you guys are going to be baffled because there is so much that went into this project, so much thought, time, energy, and effort, and I guarantee you that it is not what you see at first glance. But anyways, I don't want to make you guys too anxious, and I don't want to obviously oversell it, so I'll let the video speak for itself. But this tweet did pretty well. It had over 700 likes, nearly 70 retweets, and an absolute ton of community support. Shout out to everyone who's been supporting this project. Shout out to everyone who believes in it. But I promise you guys, the best is yet to come. And hopefully, if there's a little bit of luck, maybe we can sway Jagex into helping us out and allowing us to have the best wilderness project that this game has ever seen. And that is it for the video today, guys. A little bit of a longer one. It's been a minute since I uploaded a longer video, so I wanted to make sure to include a whole bunch of different aspects into this one. But once again, guys, Wilderness 2 video dropping very soon. We're going through a heat wave in the Pacific Northwest where I'm living right now, and I don't have air conditioning, so it's been very hard to get these videos out over the last little while because my room is just so hot. And in order to record, I need to have about 5 fans going, which means that you guys aren't able to hear anything because obviously my mic will pick it all up. But yeah, that's another story for another time. Links down below in the description for all of my socials, guys. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and of course, follow me on Twitch. I live stream there every single day. I have a very active Discord server as well. Make sure to join that. And I will even leave a link to the tweet so you guys can go and check that out, read through the comments, and see what other people are saying. Anyways, guys, I'll be back in the near future with the next video, and I'll see you guys then.